The Moon. Our closest celestial neighbor, orbiting Earth in silence. A desolate, lifeless rock, or is it? For decades, conspiracy theorists, whistleblowers, and even former astronauts have hinted at something extraordinary, something hidden from the public eye. A secret base. A facility, possibly human-made. Or, something not of this world. On one hand, we have declassified documents, whistleblower testimony, and strange anomalies. On the other, we have official denials and scientific explanations. Perhaps the truth is somewhere in between. As space exploration advances, with private companies like SpaceX and NASA planning to return to the moon, we may soon uncover the truth. Until then, the mystery of the moon base remains unsolved. What do you think? Is there something hidden on the moon? Or is it all just a conspiracy theory? Let us know in the comments below. But is there any truth to these claims? Or is it just another space-age conspiracy theory? Today, we dive deep into the mystery, uncovering classified documents, strange anomalies, and unexplained encounters. Get ready, because what you're about to hear may change the way you look at the moon forever. The idea of a moon base is not science fiction. In fact, during the height of the Cold War, both the United States and the Soviet Union had serious plans to build military installations on the moon. The idea of a moon base isn't new. In the 1950s and 60s, both the US and the Soviet Union explored the idea of establishing military outposts on the lunar surface. Declassified documents reveal that projects like Project Horizon and Lunex aimed to set up permanent bases on the moon. However, as the Apollo missions ended, the focus on the moon seemingly disappeared. But did it really? Some theorists argue that after Apollo 17, the last official manned mission to the moon in 1972, operations continued in secrecy. They believe an undisclosed project, possibly named Apollo 18, 19, or 20, may have established a hidden base. Could it be possible that governments have kept this information from the public? Documents declassified in the 1990s revealed a top-secret U.S. Army project known as Project Horizon, proposed in 1959. The goal? Establish a permanent lunar outpost that could support 12 soldiers by 1966. Why? To dominate space. The military saw the moon as the ultimate high ground, whoever controlled it could control Earth. But Project Horizon was eventually scrapped, or was it? Another project, called Lunex, was proposed by the U.S. Air Force around the same time. The documents suggest that by the 1970s, the United States aimed to have a fully operational military moon base. But here's the strange part: by the early 1970s, NASA's Apollo program ended abruptly after Apollo 17. Publicly, no other missions to the moon were conducted. But some believe secret missions, Apollo 18, 19, and even 20, were carried out in complete secrecy. Did the U.S. military and NASA successfully establish a hidden lunar base? If so, why was this information never disclosed? One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for a moon base lies in the photographs and satellite images captured over the years. For decades, amateur astronomers and UFO researchers have pointed out strange structures on the moon that don't appear to be natural. Some of the most famous anomalies include: 1. The tower in the shard. There are images showing what appears to be a massive tower-like structure extending miles above the lunar surface. Some researchers believe it could be an artificial construct, possibly left behind by an ancient civilization or even built by secret government programs. 2. The moon dome. Another mysterious structure resembles a perfect dome, suggesting the possibility of a pressurized habitat. Could this be evidence of a hidden moon base? The monolith on Phobos. Even former astronaut Buzz Aldrin has publicly mentioned the monolith on Phobos, the moon of Mars. He stated, "When people find out about that, they're going to say, 'Who put that there?'" While skeptics argue that these are nothing more than optical illusions, shadows, or rock formations, others believe NASA has been actively editing and airbrushing images to remove evidence of artificial structures. What are they hiding? perhaps the most damning evidence comes from whistleblowers, former government insiders and hackers who claim to have uncovered shocking secrets. Dr. Ken Johnston, a former NASA consultant, publicly stated that NASA deliberately destroyed high-resolution images of strange structures on the moon. He claims that astronauts saw things they weren't supposed to, and that NASA altered images to remove evidence. In the early 2000s, British hacker Gary McKinnon breached NASA and U.S. military systems. What did he claim to find? A document titled Non-Terrestrial Officers Listing Unknown Personnel. Evidence of fleet-to-fleet transfers, suggesting spacecraft moving between locations, possibly a moon base? A document titled Non-Terrestrial Officers Listing Unknown Personnel. Evidence of fleet-to-fleet transfers, suggesting spacecraft moving between locations, possibly a moon base? The U.S. tried to extradite him for hacking, calling it the biggest military hack of all time. But was it really about cybersecurity, or was he getting too close to the truth? One of the most controversial claims is that the secret moon base isn't human at all. In 2007, China's Chang'e-1 probe reportedly captured images of strange moving lights on the moon's surface. Former Apollo astronauts, including Buzz Aldrin and Edgar Mitchell, have hinted at extraterrestrial presence on the moon. Some believe that during the Apollo 11 mission, astronauts saw something so shocking that NASA cut the live transmission and never revealed what they truly encountered. Could it be that the moon is already occupied by an advanced civilization? And if so, are we being watched? So, is there a secret base on the moon? Some dismiss it as nothing more than science fiction and overactive imaginations. Others, however, believe the evidence is too compelling to ignore. As space agencies like NASA, China, and even private companies like SpaceX prepare for a return to the moon, perhaps the truth will finally be revealed. Or, will it remain hidden? The question is, what do you believe? Subscribe for more mind-blowing mysteries. Thumbs up, like, and comment. Do you think there's a secret moon base?